Hi, you're watching Rollout. I'm Willis, the DM. He, him pronouns, and I'm going to pass the mic to the players.
Hi, I'm Sophie Goose, he, him, or they, them pronouns. I play Potshot, she, her pronouns.
Hi, I'm Carlos, he, him pronouns. I play Jumpkick, also he, him.
Audrey, she, her, playing everyone's favorite triple changer, who's about to be in a lot of danger. It's Hightop of Voss. I did a rhyme, at least.
I'm not creative.
Episode 6, everyone needs a witty comment.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm gonna become the Jake Hurwitz of the show and just change the intro every time.
That's okay. We changed the video
keeps us on our
platform
toes.
we use every time too.
It's fine. I have one rhyme. I'll never do this again.
I've been watching NADPOD. They change their intro literally every single time.
It's great. That's my favorite show. I love them.
I've been binge watching it and ignoring all other podcasts.
Same.
Just my ADHD power has decided I am hyper fixated on NADPOD.
Yeah, so if HeadGum wants to add us to their podcasting family, or, whatever.
Yeah, HeadGum, you want the most niche podcast ever? We're playing a Star Wars game and it's about Transformers and there's no overlap. Okay, so I'm going to do my best intro voice. So, last time on Rollout, former Agent Burns the crew to be careful about their human allies now that S7 can copy humans. With trust and confidence in their few human allies, the crew decides they need to prepare for the prison break ahead of them. Spike needs to take a test for his spy certification / driver's license, and Jumpkick helps him cheat. Potshot and Hightop get some Cybertronian history from their new grandma. After some quick shopping, Hightop gets a disturbing radio call. 3 voices simultaneously say, "Bumblebee signal located." What will happen next? So, what happens next?
What? Shit.
I know that was the last time, but I literally don't remember where we were last time. Like, exactly where we stopped. Were we still in the junkyard?
Yeah, we're still in the junkyard, sort of trying out our new stuff, and I left my comms on and picked up that.
Yeah, so y'all just got your submersible kits ready, got those put on, got dressed with all your new fancy gear, and then Hightop got a disturbing radio call, and I'm not even sure if she let everyone know. I will let that decision be hers.
Yeah, I think it's more shock panic at this moment, which y'all probably very much see as, like, the math meme is going on in her head.
So it's all fun and shenanigans. Look at my new hammer. Look at my new giant harpoon. And then
1,000-yard stare.
Look at my new...
1,000-yard stare.
Look at my new scene of terror.
We need to go. We need to go now. I have much explaining to do. Roaster, can you drive?
Me drive? I mean, as far as my extension cords go, and she holds up the battery that she's like tied down by, I don't really leave the junkyard.
Can you hide? Alright, short story, I'll explain more on the drive. Some people I thought were dead apparently aren't dead. I think they picked up on that radio ping I used to call you, and they're coming here. We cannot have them come here. They're definitely not going to respect the neutral zone.
She's like, yeah, I can hide just fine, and she slowly transforms and throws the tarp over herself. She's like, stealthy as hell. No one can see me. Invisible.
Oh, God. I love my new mom. I don't want her to die.
I'm just imagining, like, Potshot's just off to the side, like, just flicking the little, like, propeller that's on the end of the submersible kit as, like, she's trying to get it to work with her kibble, and then all this starts happening. Just, like, looks over, and it's like, it's been, like, half a minute. Like, so you're, like...
So, as you're explaining what's happening to the other two and the grandma, I think the voices start talking again. This time, there's a deeper masculine voice that's kind of, like, taking over the other two. And it's saying,
I know where you are, Bumblebee. Come and find me, or I'll come to you. But you can't run this time, coward.
And then the two other voices take over, and it's like, no, he's gonna come to us. A trap's gonna be better than going out there getting blown up again.
Oh, good. They're idiots too.
He's like, and then the deeper voice argues back. The deeper voice argues back. It's like,
Your traps got you blown up the last time.
and then they argue back. It's like,
At least the humans didn't kill us.
and then they just start bickering and bickering back and forth in your head.
Generalized squabbling.
I just sort of clicked the radio thing real quick. I think you have the wrong number. I don't know who Bumblebee is.
Oh,
Also, hi.
Bumblebee. That's that yellow cliff jumper.
They all simultaneously say,
We know it's you. We recognize that voice in you. That stupid radio speak.
I'm literally speaking.
Oh.
Oh god. Hey, we need to go now. I think I'm just going to start, like, hauling ass out of the junkyard and trying to explain on the way, hoping my friends follow me. And when I drive past the drive-thru, I'm going to just yell out, call Burns, have him wait by the road.
You said drive through the drive-thru. My brain immediately went, I'll get a number 9. Number 9 law.
Yeah, I'll have the second hottest Burns.
But Potshot's going to be chasing behind, very confused, but also very happy to get out of the junkyard because real angst hours happened last time.
Jumpkick's probably, like, I don't know, playing with some junkyard parts, like looking through them, and then notices everybody speed by them and does the comical, like, what? Tosses it and goes follow them over. Like, he just.
Yeah.
do you take Spike with you?
Oh, is Spike still with us? Yeah. I'll do one of those
he's with you.
comical, like, oh, they're leaving us. Maybe grab Spike, like, by the cuff and be like, what?
Yeah, just yoink.
Chuck him in the back.
So
That's his custom now.
Yoink and yeet.
Yeah.
So Hightop, what is your frantically? What does Hightop say when she's frantically running out and explaining what's happening?
I don't think I say much in the junkyard aside from we need to get away from Roaster and the sanctuary. I'll explain on the way. It's bad. My comrade's not dead. Much worse than me.
That's about all Potshot needs. Panic.
As y'all are running away, you get another ping on the radio. It's the deep voice again, saying,
I can see the coward run. They're on the radar right there. We can get them.
and they start arguing. It's like,
No, let him come to us. The stupid yellow one will be here. We'll bring that human Charlie, too.
I like that Blitzwing or whoever it is in this group has acknowledged that there's multiple pings, but at the same time it's like, no, it's that guy. Like,
So,
he's doing some sort of freaking clone
are
jutsu.
we all listening? Or are we waiting for...
unless y'all, the other two, have the radio on, he's under the interpretation there's only one right now.
Okay, so are we all listening, or only Hightop?
I think I'm relaying it to everyone. As we're driving, Hightop's just trying to sort of
Just yell out.
find a good way to explain what's going on, which is
Mhm.
condensing a lot of history into one panicked speech. Yeah, so we're all aware I'm a Decepticon. That's not a secret. So I guess as we leave, so part of the reason I left, they were going to reassign our unit, the whole Astro class unit. With the war becoming a resource war, there wasn't really a lot for us to move, so they more reassigned us to be bounty hunters and prison transports, and I very much took issue with that. So I voiced issue with that, and then Blitzwing super reported me to the enforcers and tried to have me killed, so, if they're here, they're probably very, very, very dangerous and very unhappy with me.
I can ask, do the other two have their radios on too?
I don't think Potshot does. I think she's just listening intently.
What about Jumpkick? Would Jumpkick have a radio signal on?
I don't think so, but I'm not sure. Like, and depending on whether when we got the signal from Hightop, if we would need to turn that on and forget to turn it off, because that seems like a thing. But
I say it's more interesting if Jumpkick never turned it off. And if Jumpkick never turned off the radio, I think Jumpkick starts getting the signals too. and you hear the deep voice say that, like, you hear like a tapping on the screen or a tapping on like the comms, and the deep voice says, "Is like,
I don't get it. There's two of it. There's two Bumblebee signals. Why is there two?
and the other two is like,
Shut up. It's just a finicky radio. There's not two bumblebees.
He's like,
Yes, there's two Bumblebees right there.
We should turn off our radios so they don't find us. They're super gonna kill us if they see us. We should head to the city. Their strength comes from them being able to fly and hit us from the air. If we can get somewhere with tall buildings, they might not be able to do that effectively, at least. They'll be forced to show themselves.
Don't have to tell Potshot twice.
So I think Spike says that I don't know anything about who these are, but if they're the people that were here with when the yellow one are here, I don't think taking them to a big city is gonna be great. The red and blue one specifically did not seem to care about us, as in the humans living on this planet, and San Francisco is just filled with people.
It's the best idea I have. I don't know. I turn off my long-range comms, so hopefully they can't pick me up. I imagine we can still probably talk between us, but I'm just going to start speeding towards the city. I'll make a pit stop to pick up the second hottest Burns if he's by the road when we go past his little hovel.
Yeah, I think if y'all are heading towards the city, you just see him kind of walking on the side of the road, and like he immediately recognizes you and starts like waving y'all down.
Yeah, I just sort of like, I don't stop, I come to a roll, I open the door so he can jump in, and then just speed off again.
Get in the car if you want to live.
Burns asks, like, so what's the plan? Are we going to the prison or where we're going? Because the prison's the other direction.
Everything's bad, they're back, we're gonna die.
Wait, who's back? What are we talking about?
Everyone, all of them. Blitzwing, Shatter, Dropkick, they're back, we gotta go, we're heading to the city.
He says Blitzwing, Shatter, Drop. So, tan, red, blue, right?
What?
Oh, 10 red blue.
He points out their colors. He's like, the tan one, the red one, the blue one.
Yeah, those.
He only knows them by the
Yeah, they have names, they're dead.
He says, I saw Blitzwing. I mean, technically, my squad's the one that killed Blitzwing. He's a million pieces. There's no way he's alive. I mean...
He's calling me and he thinks I'm a Bumblebee, so probably not in the best shape, but apparently back.
I love that Hightop, not having the context, thinks that Blitzwing is calling her an insect.
Very bug-happy season so far. Burns says, I mean, did you try to trace it back? Where's the signal coming from? Like,
I can't trace things. I'm a medic. I don't know. It's just radio chatter.
I think over your shortwave comms, you hear Spike speaks up and is like, I could probably figure it out. And he starts fiddling with Jumpkick's radio.
Hey, maybe don't contact them if we're trying to avoid them.
Spike's like, I got it. I know what I'm doing. And he's like plugging, he pulls a thing out of his backpack that looks like a black box with a green like screen on it, and he's just like jamming wires into Jumpkick's radio.
How's Jumpkick taking that?
Yeah, how do you feel about that, Jumpkick? She's just plugging stuff into you.
Jumpkick will originally be like, talking to Hightop, like, hey, let's give the little dude a chance, alright? So far he's come up with great plans, and as soon as Spike starts poking and prodding, it's like, it just interrupts and goes like, yeah, he's done really good. Whoa, hey, what are you... What's going on in there?
Alright, you got it.
Sorry. And then you start hearing some like beepings over the shortwave comms, and Spike starts tapping on the little green screen he got out of his backpack, and he's like, this looks like they're 2 hours away, I think in the Alcatraz base. I mean, the signal's coming pretty close from the bridge, so they're over in that area. They haven't moved yet.
Oh, I guess Hightop will panic a bit less and stop pulling very far ahead of Jumpkick, expecting him to be orbital blasted at any moment.
Finally comes back to the group.
Like, oh, they haven't even left yet?
Yeah, Spike says, yeah, they're still, the dot hasn't moved at all. It's still at the Alcatraz, or near Alcatraz. It's over by the bridge. I'm not exactly sure where the prison is.
Oh, Well, sorry for the panic.
Okay, so the plan still is to go there?
I mean, that was y'all's plan. Spike's saying that they're not leaving. Y'all have probably been running for like 10, 15 minutes, just like hauling butt towards San Francisco. And he's like, the dot hasn't moved at all.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Our whole thing used to be just kind of be anywhere on the planet in 15 minutes and blow something up. So I figured if they knew where we were, we didn't have much time. I didn't think they'd just be hanging out there, but...
Yeah, you know for sure that
False
Shatter
alarm?
and Blitzwing are the faster of the two, and they would definitely be here within 15 minutes. Dropkick's a little slower. He has like a hover alt mode, but Blitzwing and Shatter are fast, and they would have been here in 15 minutes. Less than that.
Alright. Well, I guess a competent miscalculation on my part is what we'll call this. I don't know, thoughts, plans? We still have the whole swimming gear thing. I'm a lot less excited to go to this island if the three of them are just hanging out there, to be entirely honest, but...
Give me a Hightop specific. Give me a 2 streetwise check. 2 purple and streetwise. First roll of the session.
I'm not very streetwise, believe it or not. That is 2 disadvantages.
2 disadvantages? So a wash when it comes to success and failures?
No, I just got 2 disadvantages.
Okay, so I was talking to Sophie about this earlier. Y'all have another stat called Strain, and for Strain, you can kind of spend it as a currency, but if you run out of Strain, you black out from stress. It's similar to wounds and HP, but a little bit different. For a wash, you can spend a Strain to make a wash a success, if you want. Since this is a stressful scenario.
Yeah, I guess I'll spend 1 strain just thinking about my horrifying teammates. Oh god, what do they do? What do they do?
So you spend a strain for a success to get your wash to a success. You know that Blitzwing's tactic is definitely rush there and beat them up. You know that Shatter and Dropkick were... I don't know what it'd be in Cybertronian, but it would roughly translate to English as they would call it like a mousetrap strategy, to where you set a trap with some bait and you wait for them to show up. And if Shatter and Dropkick are involved, they might be setting up that kind of old strategy to where they're baiting you to come get them.
Yeah, I just sort of relay that to everyone. Like, if we're still going to invade this, if those two are still around, they're most definitely going to be setting up a trap. Hey, this is going to make getting that TCOG a lot more complicated. I thought they were all dead.
Burns agrees. He's like, I saw what was left of them. They should not be able to call you on the radio. Like, there was almost nothing left of Blitzwing. A little bit more of the other two, but like, they should. Y'all can't just put yourself back together, can you? And he like looks nervous.
I mean, yeah, I've got like a whole new head at one point. That was interesting, but I mean, yeah, as long as our spark casing's not destroyed, we're usually fine.
So what's the limit of that? Because they were, nuts and bolts on the ground. Blitzwing was. I don't think he can pop back together that much, can y'all?
What do I look like? Oh wait, no, I am a medic. I actually don't know. I'm not Shockwave. I don't take people apart to see how much they can take before they die. Which, by the way, probably one of the reasons we should definitely not get caught.
You, both Potshot and Hightop know that, like, yeah, Cybertron's getting like an arm or a hand or even a head blasted off and put back on, but if it's bits of metal left, that's not a put back together scenario.
So I think Potshot's going to chime into the conversation, just with Hightop noting that there's going to be a trap. And Potshot's going to dial in. Hightop, I know that you're the Decepticon in the room here, and I apologize for this in advance, but if it involves having to re-kill a few Decepticons, I'll take care of it. She's trying to be supportive, but...
Thanks.
Potshot says, I'll get that TCOG right out of there. Don't you worry.
Thank you, I guess. I don't know. I did leave out of personal differences, and also they tried to kill me. So it's more being sad from the loss of potential from friends turning into monsters and less wanting to save them now. They're a death squad at this point, so if they want to go, we'll go. But also, my main issue is they're twice as big as we are, and yeah.
So, you guys, if you could remind me, what aside from the TCOG are we looking for in Alcatraz?
Answers, Energon.
Yeah, you know that that's where they taking all the energon from the military base, and y'all are basically starving. Not to where like you're taking damage or whatever, but y'all haven't like had a good meal in like forever. Y'all are in danger of like kind of starving out from energon, and you know there's a potentially massive supply of energon there, and y'all don't know anywhere else to get it from because y'all ate through the blitzwing juice.
Yeah, and I think Roaster also peer pressured us into if Shockwave's here, he's gonna ruin the planet, and we can't not do anything, so we have to go try to see what his plan is and interrupt it.
Alright, cool.
And then Potshot got peer pressure into wanting to help her friend.
I love my new old mom, but she gave me responsibility so quickly.
Yeah, Roaster seemed to knew who Shockwave was, which is weird because of how old she is and how long she's been here. But she knew if Shockwave's here. That's not good.
Alright, so agreeing with Potshot saying in a way of like, well, if we're still going with the plan, Potshot's got it.
Alright.
About killing
Thank
Decepticons.
I appreciate the camaraderie of we'll all die together. It really means a lot. Thank y'all.
Potshot's just like, no problem.
So I think this whole conversation probably took like at least an hour of y'all just kind of cruising around and driving, and Spike picks up like they still haven't moved. They're still on the radar, still chilling out by the bridge. Or I guess by the prison.
Okay. I think for the next hour of driving there, I'm mostly just going to be talking shit on the three of them and maybe giving some useful insight into their both physical and emotional weaknesses. I should probably roll to see if I actually know anything or if I'm just bullshitting.
Okay, so you can use either your underworld skill or your warfare skill to know stuff about them. Because Underworld is going to be kind of like shady Decepticon stuff, and then Warfare, you're going to get more information about like them tactically, like how they go about doing the shady stuff in more of a like matter of fact way.
Okay, and how many difficulty would it be?
I think because you know them, just 2 purple going to be easy. Then while you're doing that, I'm going to roll the force dice because y'all will need them.
That's a success and a disadvantage.
For a success and a disadvantage, I'll say the disadvantage is you don't know anything about them after you left. You haven't heard anything. You haven't heard any rumors. But all the information that me and you have talked about, like about their character, off mic, all that's like true and all that's relevant. But you just don't know anything after you left.
Yeah, so I don't really have any particular, aside from weakness of character and bad decision making and all of that stuff. I don't really have a whole lot to offer on Shatter. I literally didn't know who Dropkick was before I left. He is quite literally nobody to me, so I don't really have anything to offer on that.
You know that Dropkick is a Shatter, like, simp. He does whatever Shatter wants him to. He, like, bends the knee. They're kind of like Jesse and James if Jesse was, like, if James was incredibly submissive to Jesse.
Yeah, I don't know. Just some weak loser who sort of just did whatever Shatter wanted him to do. I think he took my spot when I left. But I do know Blitzwing is extremely manipulative, or extremely easy to manipulate. It was kind of just the whole... it's the best way of saying it without using anything too derogatory. The sort of loser that hung out with the squad that he wasn't really a part of and sort of just tried to weasel his way into things. I know he did end up reporting me for treason because, having the opinion of maybe we shouldn't be a death squad. But honestly, he's one of those types that was definitely more popular earlier in the war. Now people just sort of don't care about him too much. And he seems to be a bit, delicate in his sort of ego and easy to anger. So if you can make him upset, you can very much lead him into traps or make him do something stupid pretty easily. He's not really the most competent. Kind of the Cybertronian washed-up football player.
You also know that he stuck around because he kept getting promised that he was going to get the triple changer promotion. But because of how dedicated he was to being an honorable fighter and an honorable Decepticon, he was more useful as this go in and blow stuff up. He was more useful at his station than he would be to get that promotion. But they would never really tell him that. But that was the rumor around that they're never going to give him the triple changer upgrade. It's not going to happen. He's way more useful as a lackey.
Yeah. Annoying loser who just sort of hung out with us. Yeah. Basically, if you piss him off, you can manipulate him pretty easily. He's very quick to anger.
And because y'all will need them, y'all have 2 black and 2 white force dice you can use to make any roll easier. But remember, if you use a light side point, I get a dark side point to make a roll harder. So you have 2 chances right now to make any roll easier than you would normally be.
Gotcha.
Okay. But yeah, just as we're driving, I'm just sort of low-key talking shit, but also giving some tactical information on how to deal with my former partners.
Potshot's taking detailed notes. It's like a mission, oh boy.
While we're driving,
It makes her happy, what can I say?
I want to talk to Spike and ask him how he feels about his first spy mission and what it might mean if Shockwave is gonna start war in his world.
Can you ask him in character?
Yeah.
I want to have this back and forth.
So, Spike, how do you feel on your first spy mission? How's it going so far?
I mean, pretty confident. I'm pretty good with computers and radios. I tinker with them a lot. I figured out just using your radio. Sorry about that, by the way. But I'm able to track them pretty easy. It's a one-way signal, so we're getting theirs, but they're not getting ours. It doesn't seem like any of y'all are that familiar with, I don't know, the technical sides of things. So I'm pretty sure y'all will need me for something. Y'all can obviously handle the run and gun stuff. I'll need to pick up my scuba gear from the house if we're doing the underwater plan. Those submersible kits look fairly hack and slash together. Don't super trust them. And y'all need energon to eat, and I need air to breathe. So, but I'm ready to go on the mission no matter what.
All right. So that's something I had not realized. Glad I asked. So we need scuba gear for Spike?
Spike and potentially Burns. You haven't told him or invited him on the mission yet.
I have a feeling.
Hey, what are you doing as we drive into the water?
I got a feeling Burns wouldn't even.
Burns has just been very calmly sitting here for an hour, and Hightop just waiting to be filled in, just drumming his fingers like.
I have a feeling Burns would be the kind of person to say he doesn't need any fancy things to go underwater. He has one of those
he definitely has his own scuba.
He'll have one of those mouthpieces that Batman sometimes wears, where it's just puts in his mouth, ready to go underwater.
I think while Spike and
puts on a
Jumpkick,
snorkel.
while Spike and Jumpkick are having that conversation, I think Burns is going to ask Hightop, so what's the plan? We're ready to go, right? We're going to go break into the prison. So we're going to tip over a truck. How are we going to do it?
Yeah, we're gonna sort of just submarine over to the island and then try to break in from there. We did waterproof ourselves. I'm not sure how well that'll help Jumpkick with the whole no roof thing, but you'll probably be fine if you stay where you are.
He looks over. He has this big backpack with him. He's underwater. And he's just looking through his bag, and he has I probably have the stuff for that. And he pulls out a small looks like a small nitrous can with a mouth attachment to it. Probably got I don't know, an hour of air in this if anything goes wrong. And while he's going through the backpack, how well can you see what's going inside your alternate mode? What's going on in there?
Not great.
Okay. Give me a perception check, and because he's inside the alternate mode, I feel like you have some visual sensors in there, but you probably have to make the choice to look and decide not to look where the road's going. So I'm gonna say it's 3. 3 purple, perception check, a little bit hard.
Okay, that's a success and 2 disadvantages.
Success and 2 disadvantages. Alright, so the success is, you see these, like a lot of these, like, white bricks, almost like Play-Doh consistency inside, a bunch of wires poking out of them.
Okay.
And the disadvantage is, I don't quite sure you know what those are, but yeah, he has a bunch of these white bricks with like LEDs and like a green LED and a red LED on them. They all look exactly the same, and a bunch of white, like almost like potato looking thing like, in his backpack with his normal gear.
Hey Burns, I appreciate your expertise, but we're not like building Shockwave a shed. I don't think you need to bring a bunch of bricks with you. That just seems like dead weight.
He quickly zips up the backpack. He's like, I just felt like just, extra resources might, I bring everything I might need in the future, well prepared and whatnot, and he quickly, like, zips up the bag.
Are those bricks, or is that some, like, wacky human weapon thing? Because, I don't know.
Roll him a deception check.
I don't know you super great, but you can't be that incompetent where you're taking, like, building supplies with us. What are those?
Let me get his stat sheet up, because he is lying to you. Agent Burns, he has perception, is that a cunning? Oh, he's pretty cunning, ain't he? Okay.
Never underestimate the humans.
What's your perception?
My perception is a yellow and a green.
Instead of him doing a deception check, since he's pretty cunning, I'll let you roll against his deception. So I'll say he has 3 in cunning. So make a 3 purple deception check.
A 3 purple deception?
Oh, I'm perception. Sorry, you're seeing through his lying. 3 purple perception.
Okay. That's 2 successes and 2 disadvantages.
He says, he's like, it's... you need Energon. This is food, but just a bunch of potato wraps I made in case me or the kid gets hungry. And then he tries to switch the subject. He's like, the kid, is he going on the mission? Into the prison? And he's like completely lying, not telling the truth at all. Bunch of bullshit.
Yeah. So I don't know if you've ever ridden in a VW bus, but the front seat is right on top of the tire. I'm going to lock the doors and sort of fold away the floor underneath them and start tilting his seat forward. What are you bringing with us? I want to trust you, but you're not going to lie to me right now. It's sort of just tilting him forward where if he falls, I am going to run him over.
I don't even get the roll for that. I don't even think you're lying. You're threatening, and I think it's not worth it to make you make the check. It's a very good threat. He like grabs onto the seatbelt really, really hard, and like grabs. I think he grabs onto like. Do you have armrests? Like
they
like,
fold back.
So I think he just puts his arms behind the seat. He's like, okay, fine, it's explosives. They're copying me. I don't want them using my face and my identity to do whatever they're doing. So I was gonna, the base is probably underneath the prison. Blow out a wall, flood the base.
That is an excellent idea. Thank you for being honest. Everything returns to normal in the car cabin. Becomes a saw trap.
It's like, I'm just imagining, like, Potshot's following behind and, like, just, like, thinking through the mission and, like, very carefully, like, in her mind's eye, just, like, putting everything up on the board and thinking about how she's gonna approach this. And then she just hears some very loud yelling from over with Hightop, and, like, the, like, wheel well changes over, and, like, she's just gonna do, like, the car equivalent of, like, peering over the shoulder, but then it goes back.
I just become Batman. Where is she?
She's happy that she's not the one dealing with the organics right now.
Burns is like, oh god, Bumblebee was never this difficult. Jesus Christ.
Oh, well,
I don't know what he's expecting. We're all moonshine drinking defectors.
Well, as you know, if we're going to be a team, honesty, teamwork makes the dream work and all that. So, don't lie to me again or I'm going to drop you.
He says, understood.
Can I have one of those?
And he's just like drenched in sweat. What? The exposition? He says, I only have one remote. They're synced up to this, and he pulls out like a little, looks like the controller for like an RC car, but the like little steering wheel knobs are like ripped off. And it's just like a brick with a trigger and a handle. He's like, they're all linked up to the same trigger.
Oh, I don't need the trigger.
He's like, Yeah, you can have one of the potatoes, and he I guess puts it in the glove box.
Cool. I have 1 brick of C4.
This can't possibly go wrong.
I'd like how he just like, yeah, sure, puts it in the glove box, closes it.
1 C4.
There we go. I think it's just like a library return slot.
So I think Burns lets y'all know that the plan probably would best we do at night. You're gonna get over near the bridge, near like not quite at night, definitely like sunsetting time. It's gonna take 2 hours to get over there. It was later in the afternoon, but Burns just informed me that like the plan's gonna be best if it's like lights out, pitch black, so they don't see us coming at all. He says the water's pretty murky. They're not going to be able to see through. The kid's plan's pretty good. Kind of stuff like that.
Oh, did we ever stop to get Spike his breathing gear? I relay back to everyone else. I say that as we've driven past, we turn around, go back, backtrack 30 minutes.
No, actually, as how about as Hightop says that. Jumpkick and Spike, without anyone even noticing they were gone, are just rolling in finally, coming back from turning around and getting the fucking...
Spike and Jumpkick went on a little side story to get his stuff.
Yeah,
oh, we made it! And it's like, oh, you were gone?
30 minutes after we drove past, and you already split off with Spike. Alright, Spike! And just slam on her brakes.
Yeah, then Jumpkick passes you. He's like, we got it, don't worry.
Hey guys, we're back.
Okay. Dad of the year.
Thank you to Jumpkick for being the only responsible parent in this group.
I'm over here threatening to kill somebody 1/8 my size, and you're taking care of Spike.
And Potshot's just staring into the distance, imagining all the bullets she's going to be using. Like, thank you for being the responsible guardian here.
I feel like Jumpkicks just has a soft spot for forgotten and ignored little dudes being, basically cannon fodder of the Autobot army for a while. It's just like, we gotta make sure someone's taking care of you because no one gives a shit. Like, I feel like Jumpkick's the most famous person, the most famous Autobot Jumpkick's ever heard of is Cliff Jumper, because he's like the highest caliber cannon fodder.
I thought you were gonna say cup. Just completely B tier.
Well, I'm going by the movie idea that he doesn't know that Cliff Jumper already got cut in half. And he's like, well, the only warrior that's ever made it out of being a fucking cannon fodder part of the army is Cliff Jumper. And then we could
freaking Jumpkick's like idol is Cliff Jumper. He has like a signed Cliff Jumper photo, and he's like, that guy was great, made it through everything.
every time it comes up, we'll just abrupt cut to him getting sliced in half.
He's like, I love that guy. Always pulled through at the end. Great guy. Loved him.
Jumpkick has like an autographed picture of Cliff Jumper, but it's in a commemorative Bumblebee frame.
He's like painted it red with like red Sharpie.
if Jumpkick knows Bumblebee, he knows him as the yellow Cliff Jumper.
Yeah, no, he definitely knows. Yeah, Bumblebee's the yellow Cliff Jumper, not the other way around.
Oh, bless his.
Also, just for the record, in real world, Cliff Jumper and Wheeljack are my absolute favorite Autobots.
Yeah,
so that's why he's.
Yeah, Jumpkick could be a Cliff Jumper like Stan.
God, I'm gonna be so sad if Jumpkick dies. He's such a good character.
Jumpkick defends Cliff Jumper on Autobot Twitter.
Yeah.
Spike before was dressed in pretty high waist, like baggy jeans. They're like really colorful, almost like purposely styled to have like paint and stuff splattered on them, and like a brightly colored like polo and like Letterman jacket. Now he's dressed in like really tight, like almost like swimsuit leggings, swim trunks, and a really big colorful like windbreaker. Just because I want fan art too.
Noted.
Spike in his cool spy gear.
So I think y'all pull up on this like shoreline underneath, not quite underneath the bridge, but like you can see the Golden Gate Bridge on your left, and you can see what Burns points out as the Alcatraz prison on your right. And I will send you a map of where y'all are and where y'all kind of have planned out the route to go.
Gotcha. So, like, I'm imagining when we, like, start getting up to the city, like, Potshot's just gonna be really confused. Like, just, like, she's not seen anything from this planet other than, like, a few dusty towns and the woods. And then you're coming up and there's this gigantic structure and tons upon tons of buildings. She's just kind of looking around like, did they build that?
Yeah, have y'all ever been in a city before? Because y'all definitely have to drive through a big part of the city to get to the bridge. How do y'all feel about that while I'm looking for this map?
I mean, Potshot probably doesn't appreciate all the traffic. But, like, she's just, like, very carefully staying close to the others, probably, you know, a little bit uncomfortably for how cars usually drive, but just, like, don't leave me here alone. It's like a little bit of sensory overload.
I feel like Hightop enjoys the people watching.
Just the weirdos hanging out in San Francisco.
I don't know about Jumpkick going far into the city. Like, I feel like the most we would have done would be, like, on the outsides. Like, maybe the city's a little too, like, I don't know. Maybe even suburbia's a little...
Yeah.
He doesn't like being downtown.
It's an off-roader.
Yeah, I feel like in our past adventures, I don't know, Hightop likes to explore and learn about things, so probably at least has gone into some cities to take notes and see what people actually do in these big metal hives.
Actually, that works out a lot how Jumpkick knows less and always defaults to Hightop, because Jumpkick just kind of waits on the outskirts of the city. Patrols around the outside.
Yeah. Jump cut to Hightop, just illegally parked on the side of the road with like 800 parking tickets stuck to her windshield, and then she just drives off.
Potshot, like, bumper to bumper with her, behind her, like, next to a fire hydrant with even more.
But yeah, yeah, just stay by me when we end up going through the hive. Sometimes their officers will try to put weird little decorations on you. I just sort of... I can't really show you because we're driving. I just sort of fling a parking ticket out the window and hope you see it. If they put these on you, they don't really mean anything. Don't be alarmed. I think it's just decoration or something. But just don't hit any humans and you'll be fine. Just make sure you get really close behind the other cars. Honk a lot. If the lights are red, try to run through them quickly. You know.
Okay, so my Discord's doing that thing where it doesn't want to show you photos, so I'm going to quickly do a screen share.
Ooh.
And
Alright,
show y'all.
Gotcha.
So y'all can be more specific about it, but this is the map I'm going to use to get, kind of just use for reference of where y'all are going. You're going to wind up on this little kind of like beach shore on, right off the city and right off of the Golden Gate Bridge. It's a straight shot to the prison. It's going to be... y'all can tell, especially Potshot will be able to judge, it's 3 miles away. So it's a 3-mile drive underwater. It's the best spot, you'll find it's the best spot to go from that's not like in the city or in some fishing dock area. So it's gonna be a little bit longer of a drive, but like it's the only place to also to drive into the water and not jump in and make a big scene.
Cannonball.
Can y'all see that? And for
Yeah.
those not in the podcast, I will post this map on Twitter. Now, how do I stop screen sharing?
Quick, everyone, look at the
whatever.
tabs. What do you have open?
That is the question.
Oh, there you go.
So that's where y'all's plan is.
Yeah, we're good.
If y'all want to talk about anything else, we can talk about it, or y'all can cut to the dead of night.
Yeah, that's all I really got. As we pull in, I am going to scan the sky
Okay.
for anything red or blue or incompetent, so...
Oh, it'd be great if it...
Just keep roasting Blitzwing
It'd be
this
great if
entire
it's a
series.
planes going by. You know how they have the one blue light and one red light on each side.
Yeah, there's one with one red light, one blue light, and one broken light.
You're like, it's them. And you're like, wait, no, news helicopter. It's fine.
Potshot's just sitting off to the side as they're looking at the sky and arguing about the plane, just trying to reconcile with the fact that the humans have made this giant horrifying place where people stick paper onto you if you put like yourself in the wrong spot, and there's noise everywhere, and everybody's walking on the street. It's like, it's a lot for her. It's a lot for her today. It's like, please get me underwater, I'm done.
Burns and Spike are just having a nice time getting some lunch. We're just parked on the side of the road, all getting parking tickets.
Yeah, you're all parked on the beach, and Spike and Burns are eating like In-N-Out. Like,
Yeah. Having a good time watching their robot buddies just completely fail at cities like stealth.
yeah, they're having this nice bonding experience, like sitting on the beach, and y'all are just talking about how much Earth is like weird, and trying to understand what a parking ticket is, and just not figuring it out.
Just like swiping them off of the front of the dashboard, like you. Why did they make them sticky? I don't know.
Just stuck to the hand.
Y'all watch like a beautiful sunset happen.
Yeah.
You'll watch a beautiful sunset happen over like over the bay, and hang out until nighttime happens. And then Burns and Spike get ready as soon as the night falls. Spike takes off the really colorful windbreaker, so he's just in these really tight leggings. Looks like wetsuit leggings, but he's almost like cut the top off of it. Swim trunks and a swim binder, and then he's also has these like straps, almost like a gun holster, but it has 2 oxygen tanks on either side of it, and like a little tube and mouthpiece hanging off the side. And he puts the windbreaker back into his backpack, and then out of the backpack, which is like a large duffel bag, he pulls out a metal baseball bat and puts that on the back of the holster. He's like, y'all ready to go? And Burns is like smearing like black and green face paint all over himself.
I just
taking himself way too seriously.
I just give Jumpkick the look of, don't let anything happen to our boy.
So I actually, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you keep saying the windbreaker that Spike's wearing, and I keep just imagining like Daniel's jacket from the Transformers the movie, because it's got like multiple colors and stuff. But like
between that and something Will Smith would wear in like Fresh Prince, like very colorful.
Pop color though.
Gotcha. Like neon colors, like he won it from an
Yeah, I keep doing 80s fashion. I just keep describing whatever's the coolest image I see.
Leg warmers.
Yeah.
But for swimming.
I'm imagining like a neon yellow for the base, and then like it's got like neon pink and blue accents.
Yeah, like
blue, pink stripes.
Just something.
Yeah,
garish.
It's very garish. He likes color. I think even his swim trunks are rather garish for this stealth mission too.
Bless his heart, it's all Scott.
Yeah, I think once it's clear and there's no people around, Hightop does take out that one cassette thing out of her chest and puts in the one with the bad drawing of the hearse on it, because we need to be sneaky. So we have hearse top again.
Drive a hearse into the ocean. Okay.
It's basically her black outfit for sneakiness.
Are we gonna switch into stealth modes?
I mean, if you want, I just figured yellow wasn't exactly the best for stealth.
Spike looks down and is like, I don't know, I like yellow. And he's wearing this bright yellow swim trunks.
Yeah, yellow's not the best for stealth. Spike standing at my ankle, just bright yellow and pink and teal.
Spike says, so who am I going with? Jumpkick, you have an open top. I don't think that's going to be the answer. So I think it's Potshot or Hightop.
Oh, Jumpkick doesn't have an open top. He has an open back. But...
Well, this ocean's saying it's the same thing.
I mean, you can...
And Burns speaks up that, like, I'll need a ride too. So are we splitting up? Are both humans in the same one? Or what's going on? And they leave that decision to y'all.
I just look at Potshot like, I'll take this one. I'll take this one for the team. Yeah, I'll carry the both of you. It's fine.
Potshot just like has this look of just thank you. Like it's not entirely sure if it's to Hightop, Primus, or both.
Hightoptimus. So yeah, they all get ready. They climb into the not the VW, they climb into the hearse. God, I think Spike goes to. They both go to the driver's seat, and Spike gets his hand on the handle first, and then Burns is like, "Oh, thanks for getting the door for me," and then Spike just stares at him like until he walks away.
Yeah, if Burns tries to open the door, I don't open it for him. I open the rear passenger door for Burns in the back seat.
And Spike like nods at it. And he's like, okay. And he like just rumbles off. Like gets in the back. And then Spike jumps in the driver's seat. He's like, Burns like, can I at least ride shotgun?
The limousine divider sort of rolls up. No, I'm just messing with you. Yeah, sure, whatever, it's fine. I roll it down.
I think as it goes up, Spike's like really stern and serious, and once it's all the way up, he starts like laughing his ass off, and then he like calms back down when it goes down, and back to stern and serious.
Oh, dork.
Spike does the like 2 fingers like, I'm watching you.
And then I drive into the ocean.
After just this little compact car just doop doop doop, and then like as soon as it gets into the water, the little propeller just starts going, and it makes that little noise that like the Jetsons car does. Little.
So as a large hearse sinks into the ocean, and a little tiny hatchback follows after. Does Jumpkick drive in too?
And he will not be changing into his green stealth mode. He will stay bright white, blue, and striped. He'll stay rainbow colored. Okay, so as y'all enter the water, I'm gonna have y'all roll initiative. It's not combat. It's the best way I know how to handle a series of combat checks. So everyone roll me initiative.
I got 2 successes.
I got 2 successes and 1 advantage.
Hightop, how many advantages do you have?
Oh, I got 2 successes and 2 advantages.
Alright, so Hightop's gonna go first.
Oh no.
Alright, and then Jumpkick, what'd you roll?
2 advantages.
No successes?
Nope, just advantages.
Okay, so you'll be going last unless the humans roll worse. Okay, so Burns will be going after Potshot. And just for y'all's knowledge, the humans will technically have a turn, but they're going to be trying to do assists to whoever they're with.
Oh boy.
Okay, so Spike will be going before Jumpkick. As y'all go into the water, you start to notice the water's like murky, but since this was the easiest option for stealth, everyone's going to do a really easy stealth check before we really get into the initiative order. So just do 1 purple stealth check.
And stealth is based on,
I think, agility.
Well, there's a thing for stealth.
Yep, it's on agility.
I got 1 success.
1 success.
Oof. I got 4 advantages and 2 failures.
Oh, there we go. 2 successes, 2 advantages, and 1 threat.
Okay, did anyone have anything more than two successes?
No, I just got 1 success.
Okay, and then Sophie, you ended with 2 failures?
2 failures and 4 advantages.
Okay, you can spend 1 strain to make one of the failures a success, and then since this is how we're going to be doing group stealth checks, if anyone has leftover successes, because you only need 1 to pass, they can pass it to you. So with Jumpkick's extra success and spending 1 strain, you can pass the stealth check.
Is that cool with you?
No,
Jumpkick?
Absolutely not. I'll keep all my successes to myself. Thank you. Yeah, of course, dude.
Okay, we'll go for that then.
Breaking the 4th wall, he throws the die at her.
So flavor-wise, how that works is y'all under the water. There wouldn't be a lot of patrols underwater because that's not a standard like infiltration plan for Decepticons or Autobots. So it not being a standard plan makes it a pretty good plan because they're not going to be really prepared. Y'all see total 1 Insecticon swimming around. It has a big glowing like rear end for the bug mode. It kind of looks like a firefly flying around. Potshot was about to get spotted by it, but then Jumpkick quickly like points it out. It's like Insecticon on the left. And then y'all drive further away from it to hide in the murky water. And then you don't see anything else as y'all drive forward.
Yeah, we're like underwater, right?
Yeah, y'all are underwater. And the Insecticon you saw is when it started getting deep. and it has a big glowing butt, so it's pretty obvious to see where it was. And Jumpkick just pointed it out to Potshot so they could all avoid it. So you are entering the water. The water is really murky and hard to see through. There's sudden drops in the terrain that y'all have to avoid, and you see some wildlife swimming around too, like fish and some sea lions. Nothing too threatening at the moment. But so how this is gonna work? I'm not gonna tell you how far you've made it because it's hard to see. You won't be able to see the prison until you're right on it. But I will tell you when you're halfway there, and I'll tell you when you arrive. Each turn, you can use your maneuver for your movement, and if you want, you can also spend your action for your movement to move twice as far. Hightop, if you use your punch it, you'll be able to move an extra like third movement for this, since you are canonically like faster than the other ones. But if you use your action to move, then you won't be able to use your action to help out someone else further in the order. So if someone else fails their check, the next turn you can use your action to help them and help them recover, kind of thing. So you kind of have to risk if you want to move the double movement or the single movement.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to make 3 white dots on my map, saying that y'all are at the beginning. So first round of initiative is going to be Hightop. What do you want to do?
I think I'm going to continue going forward, but I'm not going to do the Hightop thing, and I'm going to try to stay close to my comrades and not speed off. So,
Okay.
yeah, I'm just going to continue looking forward to both move forward, but also keep an eye out for Insecticons or dolphins or those jaws that seem to be the natural enemies of humans. So,
Okay, let me get to my thing. Where's my skill checks? I have
to clarify, my 18 fog lights are turned off.
So we're going to do your skill checks, I think at the top of the turn. I just don't think it'd be fair to do the skill checks after. But you're taking it steady. Audrey, do you have any D&D dice near you? I'll need a D8, or I can just use an online roller.
Oh god, I dropped them.
I knew the answer to that question.
Yeah, which one?
A D8. Okay, so Audrey's going to roll your encounter checks. On a 1 and 2, everything's fine, nothing happens. On a 3 to 8, something does happen. In general, the higher the number, the worst. So, Audrey, roll your encounter check for Hightop.
Well, we just rolled a 6.
A 6. There is a sudden drop. Make a 4 purple piloting space, because being like space is like being underwater in my mind. Or a 4 purple athletics check. If you fail, you're going to fall down the crevice and take an amount of harm equal to the threats you rolled. But you can choose to take it slow and go around. But you don't get to use your action for movement.
Okay. That's 2 successes and 4 disadvantages.
So, what do you want that to be? 4? You said 4 successes?
There are 2 successes, 4 disadvantages.
Okay, what do you want that to look like?
So, we're in alt mode. We're just kind of driving along the seafloor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the success for that is probably Spike and Burns are having like a nice conversation about like, wow, the In-N-Out's really good here. And all of a sudden the driver's seat is just rocketed to the back of the hearse as that section closes off into a cube. As Hightop goes into alt mode and just sort of jumps over this thing and lands on the other side and goes back into car mode. They're just violently thrusted back into the front of the car again.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
Hi, this is Willis. I'm your DM, and I have never made up my own anime attacks while at work. Please stop asking. I'm here to welcome you to our regularly scheduled commercial break. This week's episode is brought to you by the feeling you get when you donate to a good cause, because we don't have any real sponsors. We don't have any real way for you to support the show directly at the moment, but liking and commenting are always going to help. But if you really like the show, please get to a good cause. I'll put some charities in the description if you need some inspiration. Now for normal announcements. If you would like to have an NPC named after you, or you have a great Transformers original character name, let us know in the comments or in the announcements post on Twitter. As always, subscribing to the channel is a huge help, and thank you for everyone that has shown their support so far. And thank you to Tabletop Audio for the ambient music selection. Now, back to the show.
We now return to the Transformers.
So, it probably made a bit of noise with the disadvantages, but I don't know. I cleared it.
Yeah, so the disadvantages, I'll say that it kind of came out of nowhere. And because everything's happening at the same time, the disadvantages will just be you're not going to be able to kind of warn the other two about what's coming. Because everything's kind of happening simultaneously. So you just kick it, make the jump, and make it to the other side. You probably have in and out all over the inside of your alt mode.
I probably have what? Oh, yeah.
And if you want, you can use your action to move double the double distance. But if something happens bad to the other two, they're going to have to try to catch up. Do you want to use the action?
No, I think I'm going to actually stay posted on the other side here and ready my grappling hook, so if anybody beefs it off the edge.
Gotcha. Okay, so next in the initiative is Potshot. Audrey, can you roll that D8 for Potshot?
2.
2. Everything is fine. You see the canyon in front of you. You're easily to make your way around it without having to floor it or make a jump. And you wind up on the other side. Do you want to use the 1 movement or 2 movement?
Whatever keeps her close to the rest of the group. Like, I'm assuming she sees Hightop waiting on the other side. Yeah. She's gonna stay with her.
Okay, so everything was fine. You saw the crevice. You made it around. Nothing else of danger looked to be pointed out to you. Or, well, you didn't see anything because of the murky water. That makes it, I think, the humans' turn. And they're going to spend their turn cleaning up the in and out. So they're trying to just recover from the big jump, and they're like, oh god, it's everywhere.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Burns is like, warn us next time. Jeez.
There's paper towels in the center console. I'm sorry.
Spike's like, hey, are you gonna use that ketchup? He's like, it was on the floor. He's like, 3-second rule, man. Alright, and then that...
I'm in hell.
Get you some new ketchup, sweetie.
I'm in hell. Alright, then that goes to Jumpkick. One more D8 roll for me, Audrey. 2. Same thing. Everything's fine. Jumpkick sees the crevice, doesn't see anything else of threat, and is able to move up. Jumpkick, do you want to use the single movement or the 2 movement?
I mean, if nothing happens, there's no real reason to do anything extra. So yeah, it just jumps, makes it.
Okay, so everyone's done the 1 movement so far. I have a pretty far way to go still. It's going to go back up to Hightop. Want to roll your encounter check?
That's a 6 again.
A 6 again? There's another big crevice. It appears out of nowhere. Good thing we avoided
that one. Turns around, or I guess does a 3-point turn underwater and immediately falls into another hole.
Yeah, there's this big crevice in front of you. You didn't see it coming because of the scary, great, murky water. The 4 purple piloting check again.
3 successes and 3 disadvantages.
Okay, what does it look like?
Basically the same thing of they're cleaning up their mess. I turn the car around. I start driving. Immediately drive into another hole because I'm driving with the lights off. And as they've just sort of recovered their lunch, launches them back into the backpack again and transforms. Tries to jump across, probably falls, grappling hooks to the other side and pulls herself up. And then goes back into car mode. And at this point, their lunch is probably half liquefied, covered in seawater, and like I imagine if a Transformer transforms and there's a bunch of hamburgers in their torso, they probably get pretty annihilated.
So they you do the half jet transformation to get over the crevice, and the camera cuts to Burns. He's about to take a drink of his soda, and he just crushes it in his hand. He's like, "No!" And Spike's like, "Ha ha!" Next in the order is going to be Potshot. Audrey, you want to roll it again?
6. I'm going to get a different dice.
6. There's other stuff on here than large crevices.
I'm going to get the Margaret dice.
Oh yeah, Hightop, did you use your full movement or did you do the double? I mean, did you use the single movement or the double?
Yeah, I think I'm going to use double movement and scout ahead for more holes in the ground, because apparently this place is lousy with them.
Apparently littered. There's so much cooler stuff on this chart than holes in the ground. Okay, so Potshot, your turn's up. There's a big crevice ahead of you. You can make a 4 purple piloting check, space, or you can make a 4 purple athletics check, or you can volunteer to fail it, and you won't take any damage. You can slowly go around, but you won't be able to do the double movement that way.
Okay, so it's either piloting, space, or agility, right? Both of these are the same, and neither of them are gonna be good against this. But you said it was 4 purple. Okay. Do a quick prayer to Primus here as she goes towards it, and oh, not bad. 2 successes and 1 threat.
2 successes and 1 threat.
Thank you, Primus.
So what does that look like? The 1 threat's going to be the same thing. You can't warn anyone about the upcoming stuff.
I think like she's gonna be driving towards it, see it, and just like in a split second, just very rapidly go into robot mode, do like a freaking Assassin's Creed style roll and jump, and just like land on the other side, but like very like just stands there for a second, like in a half crouched position, like I made that, like kind of like that, just like run and jump using the momentum, and then just stand there like I actually got here.
So you still have your action left. Do you want to use the double movement or a single movement? Hightop's 1 movement ahead of you.
Let me see. What can she see at this point? Like, can she see the others coming up? Can she see Hightop ahead of her?
You can see the vague silhouette of Hightop ahead of you, and you can see the vague silhouette of the other 2 behind you. Over the other one.
Gotcha. Could she, like, use an action to, like, stay there and warn Jumpkick, or is there not enough time?
You could give him... I'll let you, if you stay, you can use one of the... get Carlos to use one of the force points on Jumpkick's check. That's like an assist action?
That's up to you, Jumpkick. Do you want to use a force die, or do you want to go for it?
Well, I haven't seen the... Like, am I going to go through the same hole again? Same other hole?
So the way it looks is...
Okay.
Depends on
y'all
what you're
are in like a formation, so y'all aren't necessarily gonna, like, you're not in a straight line, you're kind of out side by side or in some sort of like formation. So you're not necessarily gonna run into the same thing, but so far you've only seen big holes.
So there's a chance that there's gonna be a big hole.
Yeah, there's a chance, or like 3 other cooler things.
All right, I will take the chance and just not do that. See if I go through the hole or not.
Okay. In which case, Potshot's probably gonna like go and start driving again.
Okay, so take the double movement to catch up with Hightop.
You get to Hightop and
sure.
her windshield wipers are on, but the hamburger's on the inside of the windshield, so it's not doing anything.
There's just generalized, like, just underwater muffled noises of all 3 of them yelling at each other.
You can't really see through the windows.
That's gonna
It's
cut
just ketchup and french fries and nonsense. Spike got a milkshake for some reason.
Potshot's just like, thank Primus I didn't have to take them.
On the humans' turns, you see that the window's covered in milkshake, and you see like one French fry swipe through the milkshake on the window. And you hear Bird's like, "You're
trying
not gonna."
So hard to salvage what they
Bird's
have.
like, "You're not gonna eat that, are you?" Spike's like, 3-second rule, and then eats it.
Hightop just radios and
Gonna be having
Cybertronian.
stomach
I'm
later.
incredibly uncomfortable right now.
Okay, that leaves Jumpkick's turn. One more D8 roll for me, please.
5.
5.
That's different.
There is the underwater current is strong. Make a 4 purple piloting space check or a 4 purple resilience check. If you fail, you get pushed back 1 movement and will have to speed up again next turn.
And which were the options I can choose die from again?
Piloting space or resilience.
Ooh. Yellow's better than green, right?
Yeah, yellow's better than green. Well, yellow is you get to roll the greens and a yellow. You roll them both. But yeah, yellow is better.
Alright, cool. So that's it? Just whatever I have for resilience?
And then 4 purple.
Ooh, 3 successes and 5 threats.
3 successes, 5 threats. Y'all are good at driving. It's almost like you turn into cars. So the current gets really strong out of nowhere and it like pushes against you, but you're able to kind of like drift sideways through it to like kind of catch the current to go forward.
I got an idea for that. If the DM will allow.
I will.
To fight the current, I want to do like a half transformation, like for a second off the floor, and use all my all my wheels, point them back the same way that the one wheel propeller is, and try to like push forward in a weird little mini submarine. Clearly something I can't hold forever, but
that's cool.
Able to propel out of it.
Yeah, so you quickly use it to boost above the current that go further in. As of right now, you can see the vague silhouette of your 2 comrades in front of you. Do you want to use the their full action to move twice the speed to go catch up with them?
Yeah. If I can do it in my little impromptu hovercraft mode with tires pointing down.
Your G.I. Joe hovercraft. Yeah, so you go forward. You do your G.I. Joe to jump over the current to get through, and then you land in your weird G.I. Joe hovercraft mode next to the other one.
Cool.
I didn't realize Jumpkick wasn't masked, so that's cool.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing about it. It's clearly like breaking transformation, just pointing your wheels the correct way.
Yep.
Jumpkick has a fan.
You just like almost hear the T-cog straining, you know?
Don't break it.
Right,
we're already looking for one.
Back up to Hightop. You got that D8 ready? I wanted to be an 8 so badly. 8 is so fun.
It's an 8.
Wait.
It's an 8. Okay, Hightop. You're cruising through.
I'm having a horrible time. I'm fine with organics. I'm not fine with people spilling bags of fast food everywhere.
So you're driving ahead, trying to deal with the bags of fast foods built inside of you. It seems really safe, but then it's quiet. Too quiet. All the fish around you seem to have disappeared, and you see one large gray and white silhouette approach you. There is, and I've looked it up, great white sharks in the San Francisco Bay Area. There is a great white shark headed towards you. Make a 4 purple cool or a 4 purple survival check. If you spook the shark, it will attack.
Make an attack?
You just want to straight attack it?
As far as Hightop knows, these things are the apex creature of this planet. I'm gonna get the first hit in.
Okay, you have 2 humans inside of you, and you can't use your weapons unless you transform, but you can bash it.
Yeah, so they're desperately trying to salvage their mess again. The same thing happens where they're just... Burns has, like, recovered his drink off the ground. It hasn't all leaked out yet. He's just thrown to the back and drops it on the floor. Spike's French fries are just run over under the seat, and they're in the backpack again. And Hightop's going to punch it forward, transform, pull out her hammer, and just do like an upswing under the shark with the Magnus hammer.
So are you gonna throw them into the backpack?
Yeah, when I transform, I just imagine they sort of get like pulled into the backpack.
That's
Shove
fair.
Back into the...
There's enough room in there for 2 people to hang out.
The mental image of just this robot with a freaking Dragula freaking thing walking here and smashing a great white with a hammer.
So I have added the shark to the initiative because he rolled, and the new initiative is in the group chat. Okay, so you're gonna roll me an attack on this shark. You said you're using the hammer. Okay, so it's within melee range, so it's going to be a 1 purple check. So roll me whatever your brawl is, or your melee with 1 purple.
That's 3 successes and an advantage.
3 successes and an advantage. Okay, so I don't know if we told on air, but we're gonna see what the Hightop hammer does. So you do 1 damage per each success, and then plus whatever the weapon's damage is. So how much damage are you doing?
6 plus 3 successes, 9 damage.
And so we didn't really do combat 100% correct last time because I forgot to do soak. So the shark has a soak of 6, so you only really did 3 damage to it. But you can spend your advantage to make a push.
I think I'm going to
hammer.
do an upswing and just sort of hit it from the underside and just launch it 50 feet up. So if there's somebody in a boat, it just looks like that air jaws thing where the shark just launches out of the water and then falls back in.
So describe for everyone at home what the hammer does on an advantage, or how that push looks.
1 point of advantage to basically push an enemy into medium range. I believe you can only do that once, so you can't dump 8 advantages in to knock somebody a mile away, even though that'd be rad as hell. So I have pushed the shark into medium range.
You push it with 1 advantage. You can do short with 2 advantages.
Okay, well I pushed it into short range then.
Okay. What does the hammer do when you do it? Because it's kind of like a hydraulic hammer with the big bouncy tires on it. What does the hammer physically look like? If there was a close, tight zoom on the hammer doing its action.
Yeah, it probably looks kind of like the animated Magnus hammer, but with these big, stupid drag slicks for the hammer heads. So sort of like hitting something with a big rubber mallet, it probably deforms a bit on impact and then just quickly reinflates to just deal a whole bunch of excessive force that knocks something back.
So these big rubber...
I imagine it makes a squeaky toy noise.
That's not canon. Strike that from the audio.
So these big rubber tires hit this shark from below. They deflate and they spring back and throw the shark into short range. So because you did an attack, you're only going to be able to move the 1 distance. So I'm going to move you 1 distance forwards. It is now, if we take a peek at the new initiative, the shark's turn.
Oh boy.
So the shark uses its movement to come running back to you since it doesn't have a ranged weapon. And because it's below, since you did more than 3 runes in a turn, it's going to use a frenzy ability and take 2 attacks.
I did more than what in a turn?
Because
oh boy.
You did more than half its health in a turn, so now it's going to frenzy.
Oh boy.
It was nice knowing you.
So it's going to frenzy and get 2 attacks on you. It's okay. You're a robot and it's a shark. It can't do that much. I mean, it's still bad. Okay, 2 successes and 1 advantage. So it does 5 damage minus whatever your soak is.
Okay, so it only deals 1 damage.
1 damage? Okay, and it's going to spend its advantage not to crit, but take, cause you some piercing damage. Your hole's leaking slowly.
Oh. Well, they're probably very much wondering what's going on.
Yeah, because they got ejected
I'm just imagining, like, Spike squishing away, like, swiping away some of the, like, milkshake that's splattered on the backpack window, and just sees a fucking shark, like, attacking. Just instant screaming.
Yeah.
So, for how leaking is going to work, you're taking in water, your seals aren't holding, do a 2 purple cool or a 2 purple mechanics check. See if you can quickly patch up the leaks.
Dang. I wish I was actually a better medic at this point. Or cool. I'm neither of those things.
You're like, I'm not cool or a medic.
That's a failure and an advantage.
Okay, so you're going to be a bit slower. And for Hightop, that means you're actually going to have your normal movement, the normal 2, but you have to use your punch it to move the double movement.
Okay.
So you're filled with water and are a bit slower.
Am I filled already, or am I filling with water?
You're filling with water.
Okay.
You'll basically do the 2 purple core, the 2 purple mechanic check every time your turn comes around to see if you can eject the water out. And then once you eject the water out, your speed will be back to normal.
Okay. For the time being, I am in robot mode, so I imagine the backpack is leaking.
You ejected the backpack backwards, so they're fine and safe unless the shark has a reason to attack them.
Oh no, the backpack's still on me. I just meant when I transform, they go into the backpack.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so I thought the backpack flew off. No, it's still on, so when their turn comes, they're gonna have to make some checks, but they might be able to help you.
Yeah, sorry to be unclear, my bad.
No, you're good. So now that goes to Potshot's turn.
Might have been a good idea to split up the humans, actually.
I gave you the option.
Alright, so what has Potshot seen?
You see there's a vague Hightop silhouette in front of you, and then a large football-shaped silhouette. It approaches calmly and investigatively, and then it gets hit with a hammer. Because I want to be very clear, it wasn't going to attack unless you threatened it, and you threatened it, because that's how sharks work.
So I got a question.
We're not doing Shark Week propaganda here.
I got
Sharks are nice unless you scare them.
I got a question slash just does the hammer the hammer make
Sharks
like a like I don't know, I'm thinking about animated and how weapons look there and how sometimes they have lights. Does the hammer light up? Like, will it light up if it hits something? Due to power surge?
I think it kind of just has like an ambient neon glow to it.
So you could see it like a flash when it hits the shark. You could technically see it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Once you hit it, it's like
I think in that
nice
art I made from last episode that had like the animated sort of energon lines on it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when she hit it, this like blue flash of light happened and like yeeted the shark upwards, which probably is not comfortable for them. So Potshot, you see your friend fighting a shark, and from your knowledge on what Hightop's told you, this is the apex predator on this planet.
So Potshot's immediately gonna go into fight mode. What I'm imagining she does, I'm gonna see if this is actually possible with the with distance and that kind of thing. It's like she takes like a sliding transformation, like transforms and just kind of lets the momentum go through as like she slides on her knees sideways out of the transformation and like grabs her rifle and points it as like she comes to a stop.
Alright, so let me see how far this guy is from you. It is...
Yeah.
Okay, within short range, so you're definitely within range for your rifle. Are you going to take a shot at it?
Okay. Yeah.
So I believe short range is 2 purple?
Let me see.
No, short range is still 1 purple. So 1 purple / whatever your heavy weapons is.
for
I'm
sure.
so glad you rolled an
There we
8.
go.
I statted
Ooh.
a shark and I didn't get to use a shark.
2 successes and
Ooh.
1 triumph.
Oh, so you get a free crit off of that. So 2 successes, that's going to be 2 damage. The triumph is whatever your crit damage is, and then plus whatever the rifle's damage is. So turns out heavy
Okay,
weapons
so-
are very strong.
Let's see, where's the crit damage going to be?
It should say next to your weapon. It's either going to be like 2 or 3 additional damage.
3 additional.
So 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then what's the weapon's normal damage?
10.
15 damage to the shark.
Jesus.
I am so like out of character. Like
15.
I like care about shark conservation and biology, and I'm really sad.
So
right now.
15 minus
You
6
freaking
is still
decimated it.
9, and it does not have 9 HP left. So tell me what this looks like. You hit a shark with an alien sniper rifle.
Oh boy. I imagine it passes right through, and he just kind of drops.
What would be rise? Because it's the water, right? It'd be rise.
that?
It would rise up. It wouldn't drop, right?
Yeah. Like I'm imagining like she's like aiming over Hightop's shoulder, so like it's hitting it at an angle, so it just kind of swoops all the way through, and it's done. It's just like a barrel-shaped hole straight
Yeah,
through.
Potshot's a sniper. She's
Like-
gonna go for that clean get.
That's not gonna be great for all the conspiracy theorists in the area. Just be like, yeah, we found this shark with like this just perfectly clean cauterized hole straight
Also a
through.
massive
Discovery Channel's
bruise
gonna
on
get
its
a whiff out of
underside.
this. Oh yeah. Headlines: Giant squid kills shark? Question mark.
Question mark. Question mark.
At
Question
this
mark.
Okay,
point, we
so-
should clarify that
Hype-
the Rollout Pod and all known affiliates support shark conservation, and
Yes,
they're an
absolutely.
important
Is
part
Shark
of
Week's
our
bad?
ecosystem. Don't at me. My
The
character's
shark would not have
stupid.
attacked if not threatened. We as people know sharks are cool.
Vending machines kill more people than sharks every year. Hightop probably kills more people than sharks every year. So
Exactly.
So, Hightop, you see this shark with a very clean sniper shot that takes it out, and then it goes to Spike's turn, and he's like, he turns to Burns like, sharks actually are pretty safe. They only attack when threatened. Jaws did a lot of to hurt the shark's reputation, and Burns is like, you don't say. Okay, I'll note that down. I'll tell all my friends sharks are cool. So basically everything Audrey said, just Spike tells Burns.
Yeah, just-
yeah. So I think I just sort of batted away with my hammer because thing hurt me and I don't like it. So I give a thumbs up
Oh, wait.
to Potshot.
So that still happens, but Potshot, you still have your encounter check because you're still in the ocean. So 1d8, please.
7.
oh boy.
And guess what? You attack, so you only get the 1 movement.
Oh no. We got
A 7.
Another shark should.
A group of yeah, it's a hammerhead this time. One of my favorites on this table. A group of sea lions has found you interesting. Make a 2 purple stealth or a 2 purple coercion to shoo them away. If they fail or get in your way, you only have 1 movement this turn. But since you've used your movement to attack, if you fail to
Okay,
shoo them
so
away,
it's,
then you don't get a move this turn.
Oh, cool. I get attacked by a shark. Potshot gets a bunch of
so
round
what was the
boys.
A bunch of sea dogs.
So, what was the check
2
again?
purple, coercion, cool, or stealth. Stealth would be sneaking around them. Coercion or cool would be like shoo, go away. I'm really glad all my favorites have been hit, and it's not just holes in the ocean.
I will say, just like off the bat, she likes these ones better than humans. She thinks they're less creepy.
Oh yeah, they're real nice. They're just kind of getting in your way. They're curious critters.
One success.
Okay. That's enough to shoo them away.
So I imagine she's just kind of like looking around and like, maybe one of them's like poking her rifle with the snoot and just like being adorable. Or just being like, shoot, shoot, shoot.
They like do some cute like flips and barrel rolls and then like scoot away. They really show off. They're like, look how neat we are. And then they run off.
Yeah, Potshot likes these ones already like 5 times better than humans.
And she's correct.
Sea humans are better than land humans.
Oh yeah, she thinks these are still humans.
Just some weird subspecies. Like, she thinks that they're like the equivalent of like deployers or insecticons or something. Like, there's just a different type. Like Cybertronians have a ton of different subspecies. Her just being like, wow, these sea humans are really, they're a lot nicer. I like these ones. They go away when you don't do. Alright,
so that's the human's turn. I'm assuming you want to use the movement, right? You can only move once this turn?
Yeah, she'll go over and catch up with Hightop.
Okay. And so Burns and Spike are going to use their turn talking about shark conservation and how Jaws is a bad movie that did bad things to sharks. And then it's Jumpkick's turn. Can I get that D8? And hopefully another shark shows up. Now Jumpkick's by himself.
7.
7? A group of sea lions has found you interesting.
They leave Potshot. Immediately go over to Jumpkick.
Okay, make a 2 stealth or a 2 coercion or a charm to shoo them away. If they get in their way, you only get 1 movement this turn.
Alright, is it stealth or charm? Coercion.
Yeah, or
coercion, charm.
Yeah,
or
any like really any skill that you could logic through to get them out of there. Okay. Like to shoo them off or sneak around them.
Cool. And how many more? It's aside from what I'm doing. Sorry, aside from my coercion.
It's just 2 purple. They're pretty easy. They're
Watch me fail miserably. 1 success.
1 success.
It's close.
How are you all barely passing the 2 purple joke check I put in here about like having to go fight a shark? Okay, so yeah, you're able to. What does shooing them off look like?
I don't even know if I was shoo them off as much as just be like, oh, cool, and then they just go away by themselves.
Like, oh, yeah, the one who's actually interested to have them there, they want nothing to do with.
He like pets them, pulls a fish out of his chest, feeds it to them. They leave. Okay, so you still have both your movement options since you passed. So do you want to boost ahead, or do you want to just use 1 movement?
Just keep up. I'm just keeping up.
Just keep up? Okay. Okay, that circles back to Hightop. The sea lions has left everyone alone, and we're back at your. We'll start your turn with your encounter check.
6.
6.
Man, that shark was rough. Immediately turns around and falls into a hole.
I don't know why Hightop. There's other things on here. Okay, so there's a sudden drop or crevice, and make a 4 purple piloting check to see if you fail, you fall down and take the all the threats become harm.
Yeah, I think I'm in robot mode.
Then you can transform as an incidental and use piloting, or if you want, you can use athletics since you're in your alt mode.
Yeah, I think I'll just use athletics because it'd be weird to go into alt mode to jump across.
Yeah.
So, how many purple?
4.
That is 1 failure.
1 failure? How many?
Man, that shark was rough. Whoa!
Is there any threats left?
No, it's just 1 failure.
Okay, I'll say since you still failed, you'll take just 1 harm from the failure. But you do only get to move once because you have to use your second movement to get out.
Yeah, so I'll just grappling hook my way up to the top and brush myself off. move forward and scan the ground very closely for more holes in the ground, because apparently I'm walking over a sponge.
Once I forgot to do something for the humans on their turn. They're gonna see if they can patch your leaks. And
I love just the idea that they're having this deep philosophical conversation about the importance of sharks in the ecosystem while water is just slowly rising.
yeah, because
underneath,
I forgot that you're leaking.
Yeah, as they're just in the backpack with, like, some dim glow lights on, no windows, slowly filling with water.
Okay, so this is a Spike doing his mechanics check. One advantage, one failure. He does not patch the hole, so you're still leaking water. Agent Burns, one success. He's able to patch the water. So by the time it got back around to your turn, you have your full movement back because you're no longer leaking. Which means you don't have to make the leak check.
I'm not sure how aware Hightop is that her backpack is leaking.
They're gonna get out later and it's gonna be like, we fixed that leak earlier, and she's gonna be like, the what?
So that means you have to spend one movement to get out of the hole still. How do you want to do that?
Yeah, I'll just fire my grappling hook up to the top, hook it to the carcass of the dead shark, and start pulling myself up.
Okay, so you use your
Again, the Rolap Pod respects the importance of sharks in the ecosystem.
So you use one movement to climb out of the hole. You still haven't technically made it any further. Do you want to use Punch It to move one, or your action to move one more?
Yeah, I think I'll stay in robot mode for the time being, just because I want to be able to see. So, yeah, I'm just gonna pull myself up, realize I pulled myself on the wrong side, jump over,
so
and
you
take my movement.
Climb out of the hole with a grappling hook and a shark, and use your one movement to make your movement. And then, congratulations, Hightop has made it halfway. It's 3 miles of driving, so.
The worst 3
that's
miles.
the shark's turn. It's dead. Okay, Potshot, that's your turn. Give me the D8 for the encounter check.
No.
Okay, it smells. It's
My
my wife.
What happened to her?
The shark so it smells blood in the water. A great white shark spots you. Make a 4 purple or a 4 purple cool or a 4 purple survival to see if you spook it, or you can decide to attack. This shark has
I do quickly radio over. Apparently they're really important for the environment and under a protected conservation.
this shark has a wedding ring and
Alright,
a framed
so,
picture of his shark children. He's heading towards you.
So what were the 2 potential checks?
Cool or survival.
Okay.
It's
let
me
me
4
see here.
purple. Cool is just you're gonna try to stay calm and just see if it avoids you. And survival is like you're gonna know that's the thing to do. Like you've heard that's how you deal with large animals.
All right. She's gonna try the survival. Let's see what happens here. Okay, 2 successes and 2 threats.
2 successes and 2 threats. Okay. Because I'm a jerk, you success, but the threats are that the Jumpkick's gonna have to deal with the shark on his turn, with also his hazard. So you're able to shoo it away, but it shoots towards Jumpkick next turn.
You see the dead shark is wearing a necklace that says number 1 mom that clearly their kids made for them.
It has you see now that it also has a big fancy hat, just like Roaster does.
No!
The little hole in it is for the dorsal fin to come out the top.
So
that's
do you want to take
a
1
5.
movement or 2 movement? Oh, sorry, for Potshot, she needs to take Sophie needs to decide if Potshot's going to take her movement, because she hasn't actually moved yet.
She's probably gonna just kind of stay in the area, maybe go over there and see Hightop. these darn things.
So you're gonna do the one movement.
Yeah, just one movement to go over.
Congratulations, you have made it halfway. Okay, and you said you rolled a 6 for jump kicks encounter.
A 5.
A 5. Okay, jump kick. It's your turn. There's a strong current. Make a 4 purple piloting check or a 4 purple resilience check to see if you get pushed back 1 movement.
So you either have like the path that we've been going through, where it's just holes and sharks, or you have the
Just
side
a
where
bad
it's just a
keeps
bad
going.
Yeah, you're just stuck. Jump kicks just in
This
the
is why
wrong
no one's
lane.
messed with Shockwave's freaking secret lair yet. It's just all this crap you have to deal with. That's why the one Insecticons out here, they're like,
What's
"Listen,
the,
no one's
There's
gonna go
sharks
this
over
way."
there. I'm not
I already forgot. What did we use for? Was it piloting or was it athletics?
Yeah, piloting or resilience.
Agility or resilience?
Yeah.
What was resilience? Oh, cool. Resilience.
Resilience is just going to be like you're going to try to muscle through it. And it's your, pretty sure it's your brawn.
My brawn?
Yeah, that's what resilience uses. It's like your strength.
Okay, so I
If you
use.
use resilience, you're going to try to like muscle through
Okay,
it.
so I use brawn then.
Yeah,
Okay, cool. Okay, that's.
unless you want to do the piloting.
Oh, that's cool. I'll use brawn. Get the end result, a wash. Your dice result came up blank.
Okay, so that means you're either going to fail it or you can spend 1 strain to make it a success.
Yeah, sure. We'll spend the strain. How do I do that?
Okay, so you should have somewhere on your sheet. It's going to say wounds or strain. Mark down 1 on strain. So it would go from, if you have 11, you now have 10. And if you run out of strain, you're going to black out.
I don't know where strain is listed. Let me find it. I got a bunch of sheets.
It's up near the top by your wounds. Let me see if I can pull it up for you.
Oh, strain. Okay, got it. So I got 8
Yeah,
now.
so mark 1 off on strain and you can pass. Okay, and now, because the shark doesn't disappear just because they didn't ignore it, you're now going to have to do the shark check
Oh,
too.
Jesus.
Okay, you haven't even decided the move yet, bud. Okay, so now do a 4 purple cool or 4 purple survival check to see if the shark ignores you.
I'm going to die. 2 threats.
2 threats?
Yep.
Okay, so you spook the shark. You jump at the sight of this giant thing, and the shark turns towards you because it's threatened and is gonna make an attack. How many dice? It's gonna be 1 purple. Shark stats. 3 green. So 1 success. So the shark's gonna bite down and it's gonna deal 9, 10 damage. Then minus whatever your soak
Remember,
is.
you have soak.
Minus what? Sorry?
You should have a stat that's called soak, and that is going to take away from the damage.
Alright, so I have 3 soak.
Alright, so you minus 3. So that's going to be,
7.
what did I say? 1, 10. So 10 minus 3.
So I take 7 damage?
Yeah, you take 7 damage.
Yep.
So minus 7 from your wounds.
Per wound? Okay.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm at.
How many wounds can you
Okay.
take total?
Y'all have quite a bit. Let's see. I need to put Jumpkick's character sheet somewhere. How much wounds do you have, Jumpkick?
I'm almost dead.
You're almost dead? How much do you have left?
So I have 10 because I had it says 17 here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
so I
17. So, then you took 7.
Yeah,
so
so I
you
got
should be
10
at,
left.
10.
Yep, almost dead.
Oh, you're still pretty beefy.
Oh yeah, you have more health than I do.
Yeah, Tin's
You have way more health than
Tin's
I
not
do.
almost dead. You're good. Okay. So the shark hasn't taken any damage, so it's not going to. Well, did you attack the shark? No, you
No.
didn't, right? You just spooked it.
Just stood there.
So now I gotta roll initiative for the shark. Because the first attack's going to be on your turn since you spooked it. It's kind of the hazard. 2, 3. Wow. Okay. I'm sending the new initiative list to y'all. The shark rolled very well.
All right. Well,
So the shark is going to go
Does the shark
first.
have to roll an encounter check?
No, the shark doesn't. The shark lives here. The shark
well,
doesn't go in the counter check.
if Jumpkick ends up getting killed by a shark, that kind of works out because I only got 6 minutes till I gotta leave.
Okay, Jumpkick. So it's still your turn. Do you want to roll an attack, or do you want to? Since I know you got to be someone, do you want to leave it at Jumpkick gets attacked by a shark?
I mean, how long
It's a
does
decent hit
attack?
cliffhanger.
Like, do we have another stopping point coming up?
You can do your attack, and we can leave it there. On the camera's gonna leave off on a cliffhanger of a Jumpkick fighting a shark underwater.
Okay, cool. Sure, I'll do an attack. I don't know how to.
So it's gonna be 1 purple, and then whatever weapon you're using will decide the rest. Oh wait, you're in alt mode, right?
I'm in car mode.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to use your
Harpoon.
Oh, no. I didn't think about that. So I have the stats for that. So 1 purple, and then whatever your gunnery skill is. Yeah. So far the shark has bit onto the front of the car and caused quite a bit of damage to the front end of it.
All right, so I'll attack it. I get 1 success and 2 advantages.
Yes. 1 success and 2 advantages. So, Jesus Christ. Okay, let me do your damage. So the grappling hook does normally 15. So 1 success is going to be 16 minus the soak. Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, and then you can spend your advantage to crit, or you could pull it near you, but since it's already near you, the only option really is to crit.
It's already on me, so I pull it further on me.
Yeah. Alright, so plus 9 to crit because it's a heavy gunnery weapon. Okay.
Alright, so we kill a second shark, is what you're telling
The
me.
shark has less than 19 hit points, so you do 19 wounds of damage to the shark that only has 6 wounds. So,
Okay,
you
so
kill
what
it.
you're
What
telling
does
me is we
harpooning
kill
a
2
shark
sharks.
look like? Yeah, kill 2 sharks.
Alright.
2 innocent sharks.
Kill 2 important predators in a fragile ecosystem.
Yeah, but
might
it's
I
okay
add.
because we pet and said hi
Plagued
to
with
some sea
fishing
lions.
boats.
Oh, sorry, seals. Was it seals or sea lions? No, we're in San Francisco.
Yeah, you saved the sea lions.
Yeah, so we're in
Sea
San Francisco,
lions.
so they gotta be sea lions. Seals.
Who Potshot is
Sea
convinced
humans.
or
Sea dogs.
Okay, so Jumpkick, what does harpooning this poor shark look like?
Well, since I mean, you said it took a bite out of the front of the car, and
Yeah.
the harpoon is directly on top of the, like in the back part of the car, so it just shoots it directly in the face.
Jesus Christ.
Oof.
So, I haven't decided if the harpoon will get lodged in the shark cartilage and push the shark off of me, or if it's just gonna tear through it. So, which one sounds more?
We'll be less graphic as possible. There's
I think it's more gnarly if it just goes
Goes through
through it.
We already had 1 shark get shish kebab today
Yeah.
by sniper rifle fire. Maybe it just gets pushed
it
away.
goes through, and then you pull back. It takes the shark with it, and you just come back with a red harpoon. So our cliffhanger.
Rest in peace to two majestic creatures today.
Jeez. Okay, so our cliffhanger for this episode is.
God, Jumpkick's fucking terrifying. 19 points of damage.
We only had one choice to use as advantage, so we had to spend it, I think, the crit. Because it's definitely a vicious weapon, so it has the ability to crit on advantage.
Also, I should point out at this point that Jumpkick will refuse to use violence unless he has to.
And if he does, he'll turn you into a liquid faster than any of us could.
So I think we're gonna leave it off here. So we're gonna do the cliffhanger from the perspective of Hightop and Potshot. Y'all quickly turn around and see that Jumpkick is wrestling with a shark in his vehicle mode. The shark grabs onto the front of his car, shaking it violently, and then in a cloud of red, Jumpkick emerges triumphantly.
Just gets vivisected.
And that's where we'll leave off on this episode.
The camera pans out at the Sharks t-shirt of number one dad. I love my kids so much.
Number one dad, I love my kids.
We'll get the sequel to Kill Bill here, where the kids will come back in the future underwater episode.
Yeah, we'll have a Street Shark special.
Yeah, that's the two the sharkuses float by each other. You see the two halves of their heart necklaces that they wear that like fit together.
The camera fades to black, and it fades back, and there's two sharks planning their vengeance.
The camera fades out as they see two baby sharks hiding behind a rock, watching what's happened to their parents.
All right.
It's okay, Billy.
I gotta go.
We'll get them next time.
I'll
we'll
see
train.
You guys later.
All right. See.
I'm trying to upload this before I go.
Bye-bye.
See
Bye.
ya. Have a good one, Carlos.
Okay. Good luck.
Good
and
luck.
Congratulations on the house shopping.
You. Didn't run into any Insecticons. Didn't run into any aliens. We just freaking destroyed.
Sharks and seals.
Ah. There really does need to be. Have you played Abzu? This one's kind of just like a walking sim, basically. It's an underwater. Have you heard of Journey? Yeah, it's made by the same people, but it's in a underwater setting, and it's really good. And it's got positive representation of sharks.
Yeah, I felt like we gave enough disclaimers on sharks in this episode, to be honest.
I know we did, but like me personally, I'm just like babies. Like, no. Shark rights.
Name the episode "Sharks are an integral part of the ecosystem."
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Anyway.
So we'll just retcon it. It was Sharkticons. So, yeah.
Speaking of which, Audrey, when was the episode you needed me to edit? Is that coming up soon, or?
That'll be upcoming. I'm trying to get episodes 3 and 4, whenever Willis is done doing the voices on that one, up before I move.
Okay.
Next week is going to be the last weekend I can record before I'm moving, and then it may be 2 or 3 weeks before I can record again.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll probably be a couple week break, so...
That's good.
I guess it would probably end up being this one.
Okay.
Which, sorry about that whole thing at the beginning where I got real nervous.
It's okay.
When my partner came in and had no context as to what the fuck I'm talking about, and I got all nervous.
None of us, I think, are used to talking for hours on end for this kind of thing. Like, do not be harsh upon yourself at all. Yep. Listen,
Yeah.
I take like 14
But actually,
takes
if I
for
get
YouTube videos.
if I get 3 and 4 up, you might not have to do one. So
Yeah, I just kind of want to have a general time frame in mind so I can set aside some time for it.
okay.
Shouldn't be much of an issue, but just in case I get a job in the meantime.
Yeah, I'm almost done with episode 3, The Hottest Burns, which is the episode title.
100%.
Even better.
Alrighty. Thanks for everything. It was a lot of fun. Yes, very pro shark. A harpoon freaking shish kebabbed by laser fire. I mean, from their perspective, they just took out 2 of the apex predators of this world, so they're probably going to feel... Yeah. Oh, no! Well. Yeah. Oh, no. No, no, no. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. 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 Well, at least today we found one type of organic that Potshot likes, and that's the sea humans. She's gonna like pull Spike aside and just be like, how do you guys get along with the sea humans? The what? Yeah. Freaking Shockwave's just having someone dig holes in the thing, and it's just like for some project, and then it was like, you know what? I don't need them anymore. Now there's just like 400 holes at the bottom of the San Francisco Bay. Like, the conspiracy theorists are gonna go nuts. We have a shark that's been harpooned straight through the center. We have a shark that's got a gigantic laser hole in it, and now there's like 400 holes at the bottom of the bay. Like, anyway, y'all take care. Yeah. Take care.